Hello, this is a combination of our main product and our ancillary tasks. We are the directors and creators of our short film Head Over Heels for Love. My name is Josh Morris.
I'm Jack.
And I'm John.
To begin with, we will take you through the entire feature, explaining the different elements and aspects of the film making we have employed, as well as problems we had and explanation as to why we did what we did in certain situations.
Alright. That's our ident. We chose a fire scene due to the fact that it was a yellow writing.
There's a little bit of glow on the side.
We've paused it at 7 seconds. This is because we decided to do a medium close-up shot of our main character, Karen.
And the character's name's in the corner.
With
and it
the actor's
establishes
name.
everything about the character.
It shows she's on her own as well and looks very lonely and there's no one around.
Yeah.
As she's walking up the road, you can hear just a simple piano intro. It doesn't give anything away, like it's not scary music, it's just simple piano music, which we wanted.
Matthew Bradley's name comes up above the male character on the other side, it hints that that applies to him because it's by him.
This is paused at 14 seconds.
And as it zooms in, it's focusing on the other character, showing that it's got some significance.
And they're the only two in the road as well at this point.
The slight zoom in shows that she's just noticed him as well.
That's good.
Paused it at 25 seconds. We did a very quick shot of a car driving past. This is an anticipation of what's about to happen.
Yeah, we added this
to our
in
main
later on because we wanted to. The other shot seemed a bit long, and this made it a bit more tension. It had the foreboding, implying something.
It moved the film on as well,
yeah,
quicker.
Something's bad's gonna happen.
The car kind of acts like an omen, and then we see it coming and approaching now. The heartbeat shows the tense nature of the moment and also the gasping. So, she didn't really make much of a noise when we actually recorded it, but we thought that she'd sound more worried and scared, so we just added that in just for her.
At this point as well, with 31 seconds, the titles start to disappear. If you see the titles, they actually disappear as the car's more or less just about to hit him.
Like they're crashing
as
through.
if it's like the Karen as well.
And you took that sort of idea from Zombieland.
Yeah, it's
And you've done that on your blog. It's clips from Zombieland of where
they hit the titles and it breaks.
And the text moves.
But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to do kind of a similarity to our main character. She's just missed the car, so did the titles.
I moved it the way.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes, no, you're here.
Listen, my house is only around the corner. You look like you need a drink.
Okay. Yeah, if you're happy.
After the shot reverse shot, we hear some music, just with an upward scale, just showing that they're just leaving, that something nice could potentially happen, and then we see them in the kitchen.
This kitchen shot at 54 seconds was quite challenging at the time. We didn't realise until after we recorded this. The kitchen was like bright white, and the sun was really bright through the window at the back, so it made it like really glary and it was really hard. So I had to, in Final Cut, pull the contrast down, and it's still not the best, but it's better
the best
than
we
what.
can deal with, isn't it? So,
without it going too dark, this is the best.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it is definitely an issue that we had to address.
It's mostly the top left corner and the right hand by the window as well.
But it does isolate the characters and makes you.
They stand out a lot more,
yeah.
so it kind of did work in some ways.
And Brad or Matthew Bradley sitting on the side, which makes it look casual. If they were sitting at like a dinner table, like face to face, it might look a bit formal.
Yeah, it's a bit fake because the people have just met each other. They're not going to sit formally. I mean, I suppose you could almost think that it's a little bit awkward that they're not actually sitting next to each other. They're just in the same room because I mean they don't really know each other. They've just found out each other's names.
So I wanted to show that.
No, don't worry. It's quite exciting, really. Am I okay about that?
If you listen carefully, you can actually hear some music playing in the background. That's just ambient music, just to cover up the back sound.
And the script at this point was John's cheesy lines, just to move the conversation on and make it
laughing
them
together.
fall with each other again. Just pause this at 120. As you can see, they're just coming out their front door, and we start to zoom in on the pair of them. We did this just to show, like, obviously something's about to happen. We want to get close to their face because they're about to kiss.
And the conventions of like love films and romantic films, like the kiss is always like a close up because nothing else is really relevant. It's like focusing. So as
It's
zooms
focusing
in-
on their happiness and
it's
what
just
they're
them.
sharing
There's
together.
there's nothing else in the scene matters except for that. Like
That's
where
why
it
they're
is,
always central as well.
Yeah.
Thus, we also zoom into it to highlight the incident.
So before you even, well, when we zoom in, you can already tell something's about to happen.
Music played over here is just a really warm sounding piano, showing that they actually seem to start to care for each other. Right, if you listen carefully, notice that the sound of the phone kind of dips when he moves away from it as to when it's close up on it, so you can actually hear the difference between the
Couldn't
phone.
hold on anymore. Just had a great time with this away.
We chose a shot of her at the table just to like that she's busy as well.
Making the sound of her, the other person on the other side of the line, but not actually being in shot, was really difficult with the distortion. We kept getting it wrong. I mean, it's not brilliant now, as we didn't really learn how to do it. It was just off our own backs. We just had to improvise.
There was some fast-paced editing there when like our main character, well, Brian picked up the phone anyway.
Kind of busy now, to be honest.
Shows how busy he is. And,
Working. You know, I mean.
Some cheesy lines by John again there. Some stupid lines as well, which is quite funny.
Okay, well, I need to go really. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
seems a bit fed up at this point, and he's not.
Well, that's what we wanted to show at this point, weren't it? A focus pull there.
And you liked how when he slammed the phone down, it matched with
Yeah.
the different scenes.
Again, this is kind of a scene setting music. It's not really meant to imply anything. It just really, I just thought it just fit the scene perfectly.
The scene was very dark. It's obviously because she just woke up in the morning.
Made the camera hard to focus as well.
Yeah. Lighting was an issue.
Hello?
Hi, Brian.
Again, you can kind of hear the sound where,
Yeah.
well, Brian is on the other side of the line, and you can't see him, but you're meant to hear him through Karen's phone. And it's not perfect, but I think we kind of developed it at this point, and we managed to be able to do it quite a lot quicker than before.
This is an interesting bit. As Matt slams the phone down, we do a quick cut shot to Jodie, to like our character Karen, realising he's just put the phone down on her.
Went dark, quiet there.
Hello?
Hi, Brian.
We were a bit worried about including that
What do you want?
What's your way to speak to me?
because he was on the phone driving.
Driving?
Really?
But at the same time, I mean, it's quite realistic. A lot of people do speak on the phone, even though it's against the law. But so, you know,
There's something going on.
it does happen, so it's not
No, we don't have
unrealistic.
anything going on.
And this part really shows that she's eventually wound him up that much. He's
Yeah,
just had
he
enough.
really has had enough at this point. He's not
The fact that
happy.
he's driving on the phone.
We had a few shots at this try of our crane shot. The first few were really shaky, and eventually we just got it perfect. And some good editing right here. The sound was always an issue as well, weren't it?
To begin with, I actually made the sound realistic. Like the sound was actually louder when the car pulled up, but it kind of felt like you was being disorientated when you were watching it. So I just kept the sound at one level.
Look, I'm
We
sorry.
did a shot reverse shot again here, just like at the start, more or less.
It's too much. It's not
The music start at the beginning showed the emotion that's going to potentially be within this scene, like any other soap, or for instance, I mean, it is very soapy.
Yeah,
Coron-
the way that they just turn
Coronation
and they're
Street
both
turn up with the crane
ready-
shot.
They're both ready to speak to each other. They're both
This is
like,
paused at
happened to
4 minutes
cross paths.
51. In a sec, there's a real quick pan shot, which we found that was really worked well, as like there was heavy movie traffic and stuff. As he storms off, we wanted it to be carry on a bit longer, but we decided in the end to fade out like more or less straight away worked out well, and then we fade to the same shot as the start, a mid close up of her.
I used
walking on her own.
I used this music because I thought it was very powerful within its emotion, and we played the answer phone behind to show that she's tried to call him and she hasn't actually managed to get through to him because he doesn't care anymore. I just thought this combination of sound made it really powerful and showed that she's really upset. She's not happy. And she's in a really bad place at this minute in time.
This paused
And,
at 5 minutes 20.
It makes you question what she was doing at the start of the film as well, because she's been brought to the same place, doing the same thing. You question what happened at the start, before the films started, and the roadworks make it shows that there's
Shows the passing of time.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a complete coincidence, but it really worked well for us, and we were very glad when we actually turned up and saw this.
This was an interesting bit. Originally, Jack had an over-exaggerated.
Yeah, it was a bit loud, so we kind of toned it down.
Well, yeah,
because
we
there's not a lot to
we
hear.
used the audience feedback, and they all found that funny, and we didn't want that to be the effect. We wanted them
No,
to
we
be
wanted
shocked.
it to be quite serious and shocked at the end.
So yeah, that's our film, and thanks for